We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Miami Dolphins. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot. Three. Haskins with a run to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
First carry for Kenyon Drake. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. They go play action. Here's Levis. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This pass complete to Higgins. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. You talk about this Titan defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit on his shoulder pads and carry them.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time.
And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the two defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Working the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Tua's going to change things up. And now the first run for Devon Achane.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
Roger McCreary there to bring him down defensively. The Dolphins at 11-1 now on the year. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're part of extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. They'll start the drive with Drake. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a 2nd and 2. Working from the gun. Here's Levis. This goes out wide for Drake. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
This is a unit that understands what needs to be done to stop the run. And they're a team that goes out and executes as well. Yeah, it's the mantra, stop it, but then going out and getting it done. Two different things. They combine them.
2nd down. Here's Levis. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that ball to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, it went to the challenge.
So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, it's Levis. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Levis.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front back.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
It's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? But I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here.
Caught by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2.
A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Levis to throw off play action.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter.
21-0 our score after 1.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Levis looking to throw. That's complete to Traylon Burks.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Levis on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like... This drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the 1st half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Got a man here. It's Wilson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans 39. A very solid gain of 27.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best 1st half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw to the right, taken in by Berrios. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's Hill, complete. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. The Titans going to use the 1st of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Now, boys, we can't wait any longer. Yeah, keep it going. Take it to him. Last chance. Let's go right now. Leave it on the table, fellas. Right. Let's go. Let's do this.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. Sanders' kick is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this 1st half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Levis to throw it. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Levis. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where's he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And Levis going back to the air. McCockrell holds it in left side. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half.
That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Titans are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. Levis will try to throw for the 2. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And some space here. There he goes, right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So that's going to be a nice one for the passing stats, and that's how it will go down in the stat sheet. But the success of that play, no doubt, all thanks to the talents of the wideout.
Oh, he was definitely the recipient of good blocking as well, especially in the line of scrimmage. And once he got around the corner, you got the sense that no one was going to get him. Really nice ball handling, too, in order to get it to him.
Sanders on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
A give up the middle to H.A. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot. Up a 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Tua going to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
They'll take over first down 10 at the 46-yard line.
A give to Drake running left. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Levis. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a run up the middle with Drake. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 2nd down, Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 43. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Levis now on 1st and 10. That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And the Titans first down.
Up the middle they go with Drake. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Play action now. Levis sliding out of the pocket. That's to Burks, he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Now Tua going to change the play. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Tua. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
3rd down. Here's A-Chain. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Tyreek Hill's got another one. He's got room to roam. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Second down and 3. Levis.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a ball that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now a handoff for Drake. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Levis. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
2 now on first down. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. There's another completion for big yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. H.A. now up the middle. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's out to Hill, right side complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about it. And got his man complete. And this will be...